introduce our wonderful principal panelists. I'm Elizabeth Toomey, Director of Communications at CSF. We have tonight with us Lois Gregory from the Learning Tree Cultural Preparatory School, an independent school in the Williamsbridge section of the Bronx. Suzanne Kaszynski is the principal of Our Lady of Lourdes School in Harlem. We also have Michael Lenahan, principal of Transfiguration School in Chinatown, in Lower Manhattan. From Brooklyn, we have Richard Howe from M.A.C.A.D.E.M.Y, which is an independent school. And last but not least, we have Linda Freebes, who is the principal of St. Joachim and Anne School in Queens Village. And I just wanted to say that I visited all of your schools. I know each school has its own unique identity, and I want to ask you about what makes your school special. And I'll just start with Suzanne. Could you just tell us about your school and what you think are the reasons that the families choose OLL for their children? And could all of the principals make sure that they're unmuted? Thanks.
Our Lady of Lourdes is located in Upper Manhattan, in the Hamilton Heights area of Upper Manhattan. And it's a school that's been in the community for over 100 years. And it's very closely connected to Our Lady of Lourdes Church. So I think that parents choose the school because of the community feel, the fact that it's a diverse school, and because generations have attended, there's a link, I think, to families. They also enjoy, during pre-COVID times, we have wonderful art program, ballroom dance, music, and I think they're drawn to having the arts so that their children can really express themselves in addition to the academics. And I think the faith piece is very important for our families, and whether they're Catholic or not, they appreciate the values and the fact that we do pray, we do recognize God throughout the day. So I think those are some of the reasons why they choose Our Lady of Lourdes.
Wonderful. Richard, could you tell us a bit about M.A.C.A.D.E.M.Y and why you think that that's the choice for the families that attend there?
Sure, and thank you for having me. Well, M.A.C.A.D.E.M.Y School of Science and Technology is a family-oriented institution that provides, excuse me, a world-class education for all children, especially those of low-income families. We actually strive to create a cohesive family within our environment. When a child sees us, they see an extended family. We use that to prepare our students to be very progressive and critical thinkers for society today. So we're more of a facilitator. We seek to the needs of our children. We go beyond just the classroom. A child will sit at the dinner table and will be speaking about the teacher and things that happen throughout the day and how we can empower them and motivate them. So we are there to facilitate and make sure that our children get to the next level and succeed through life, not only within M.A.C.A.D.E.M.Y, but outside and through college and through their growth.
That's wonderful. And I would just mention that when I visited, it's a very small school, very tight-knit family. I can see how students would stay in touch with you for years afterwards. I got that family feeling. Linda, would you like to fill us in on St. Joachim and Anne?
Sure, thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here tonight. And I just want to say that St. Joachim and Anne has been a beacon of light for the Queens Village community for the past 97 years. We're one of the only parish schools in Brooklyn. I think there's 3 of us left. And our school is based on faith, academic excellence, service, and goodness. And that's what sets up the children for success in life. Our school houses a food pantry every Thursday. The children bring in the food as well as the parish. We have some outlining families also that help us with that. It is extremely a nurturing, supportive family school. The teachers work day and night to help our children. We have been open since September 9th, full-time, face-to-face. We also serve the children in remote and hybrid learning. But we have a free pre-K for all. We have iPads and Chromebooks for all our students, even though our students are at 80% poverty, the majority of them. We have a mostly immigrant population, Haitian, Latino, and other Caribbean islands. We have, next year, we were given a state-of-the-art tech lab. And next year, we hope to have the new program called Flying Classrooms. Well, Captain Barrington Irving, who's the first solo African-American pilot, runs the program, and they're based on global expeditions. And the idea of them is to become advanced in engaging the students, exploring, and innovation. So we're very excited about that. But most of all, we're very excited, of course, we have a world-renowned, I call it a world-renowned gospel choir that has sung every place for the poor, in the Waldorf Astoria. They have been everywhere, and we're very, very proud of them. Most of all, we want to say that we thank Almighty God each day. We start every day with a prayer and several times during the day. And we thank the Children's Scholarship Fund tremendously.
Oh, thank you. And as someone who has watched the gospel choir in action, I have to say they're amazing. Michael Lenahan, would you like to tell us about Transfiguration School in Chinatown?
Sure, thank you very much. And thank you to CSF for putting this event on tonight as well. Transfiguration School is a Catholic school, pre-K to 8th grade Catholic school in Chinatown in Lower Manhattan. And we have been there for going on nearly 190 years. And during this time, we have served so many families during this time. And one of the main reasons that we have been able to be successful and parents choose us is because of the academic reputation of our school. Parents know that when their kids come to Transfiguration, they know that they're going to be getting an excellent education and be on a path toward success in high school as well. So many of our graduates come back when they're in high school and tell us how what they've learned at Transfiguration, from things inside of the classroom to the things they may have been involved in outside of the classroom, how much that's meant to them and how that helped them get into high school and really help them continue their success in high school. So the academic reputation, we've continued to strive to keep that onward and going over the years. And we continue to provide a rigorous education for our kids, while also providing opportunities as education has changed over the years to stay on top of those changes and provide the sort of environment in terms of pre-COVID flexible seating and things like that, so that the learning environments match what we're doing philosophically as well. Even during the pandemic and with remote learning and the hybrid model now too, we've been able to do in-person instruction, but adapt the technology and adapt what we do to be able to reach our kids to the very best degree that we can. The other big thing that parents appreciate is the values-based education and the Catholic angle that we bring. Not so much, even if they're not Catholic, the values that we provide and incorporate into the everyday things that we do in and out of the classroom is something that parents very much appreciate, because they know that when their kids are with us, that we know who they are. We know a lot about them. We know that when we're talking to parents about their kids, they know that it's not just a name, but we know the person and all of their strengths and all the things that we're so proud of with them, and all of those sort of conversations that we can have. So they know that's the sort of environment that we're providing for them. And I want to also thank CSF for helping to make that happen as well. We have about 20% of our students who do receive a scholarship from CSF, and enables them to attend Transfiguration. So we very much appreciate CSF's role in that as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And now, Lois, would you like to tell us about the Learning Tree? Such a great school in the Bronx.
Wow, thank you so much, Elizabeth, Darla, CSF, and the idea of school choice. Firstly, I am so honored to be a part of this great body of school leaders. Elizabeth, I thought our school had been around for a while, but I see we are very new in the game. We're only about 42 years old, and we are in Bronx, New York. Each year, we've always added classes on. We now serve children from 3 years old to 8th grade. Our population is a little over 300 students. We are a small, intimate program where all children are known and respected. And most of our families choose us because they know it is a safe, caring, yet academically challenging environment. Parents also appreciate our small class sizes and our extra curricular programs. I would like to say that SAFE includes our children being celebrated for who they are, not teased or ridiculed or looked at for what they are not. Each child is celebrated for their own particular things, whether they're struggling academically or whether they're in the advanced placement classes. We have to find a program to suit each child. And I think parents are very comfortable with that. To also celebrate children, we add extracurricular activities so that every child can succeed at something. We have things like African diaspora, drumming, dance, visual art, music, sewing. We include sewing classes. We have many different opportunities for children in community service. We also add a variety of field trips for our children, and we include international travel. And many of our community service projects, which all middle school children are a part of, have taken place in other countries. So we're very proud to boast of that. I think that this is a wonderful opportunity, and I hope parents that are listening hear the variety of schools that are presented here. And I think most of us have more in common than what is different, because even though many of you are religious schools, and that's the beauty of school choice, everyone can choose what is for them, whether it's religious, whether it's cultural, and all of us are very academically sound, and all of us are intimate. I think that listening to all of you, I feel like I am part of something really wonderful, and that parents make this choice. You know, when parents choose a school, can you imagine when a parent goes to a child and say, I have chosen a special school for you? Right away, that child feels worthy. That child feels good. So you started off already succeeding. And when parents choose a school, the child feels special, the parent is put at ease, and the school is blessed. And I am so thankful again to say that I am part of such a wonderful team. Thank all of you.
Thank you so much, Lois. That was amazing. And thank you to all of you. I'm sorry that we actually are running short on time. So I'm just going to ask a very quick question of all of you. I wanted to have a much longer conversation, but what is one piece of advice that you would give to parents in ways that they can support their child's education at home? You're handling the school part of it, and what's your one piece of advice for a parent who is wondering how they can best support their child at home? Linda, do you want to start?
Sure. I would tell you, do not let them stay alone in their rooms to do their homework.
Oh,
Put them at the front in your kitchen, wherever you are standing, so that they can see that you are interested in their work, and that by sharing time with your child that way, it will be to your advantage for your whole life.
mhm,
So,
wonderful. Michael, do you have a piece of advice?
Sure. One of the biggest pieces of advice I would give is no matter the age of the child, whether they're very young or they're older in middle school or high school, as much as possible, it's always great when parents stay in touch with their kids' teacher or teachers, whatever that may look like in your particular school, whether it's through email or, communication apps that schools employ or things
Mhm.
like that. Kids are never too old for parents to check in on them and partner about their work and find out how it's going and talk with their teachers, even just to reach out, quickly and just say, hey, we haven't gotten a chance to meet, but I just want to check in and see how Mike's doing. If there's anything we should be talking to him about at home, things like that. I think that's one of the biggest things that parents can do, because obviously with the fast-paced lifestyles that we have and parents working and everything, we can lose track of that sometimes. So whatever way works best for parents, I would say definitely try to make it a habit to stay in touch with your child's teachers.
Great, thank you. And Richard, do you have a quick piece of advice for parents at home?
Sure. Only thing I would tell parents is to stay involved and be supportive through the process. These are very perilous times that we're in, and we need to understand the emotional struggles that our children are going through. So I would just let parents know that we are there for them. They're not alone. And if they need the support, we are here to support them.
Mhm. That's great. And Suzanne, what would you say? You're on mute at the moment. There you go.
I would say be a cheerleader for your child. Find every reason to praise them. Recognize their strengths.
Okay. And sorry, I think there was a little technical difficulty there. But Lois, would you like to share one final piece of advice for parents?
Yes. I think that parents should engage in real conversation with their children. Don't just say, how was your day? But what is the best thing about your day? Encourage children to teach them what they have learned. I think one of the best things that you can do to help learning take place is to help children know what conversation looks
Mhm.
like, so that they can have that discourse in their classrooms.
Terrific. Thank you so much. I wish we had more time, but wrapping up, I just wanted to say thank you to each and every one of you, to Lois Gregory. There was a question in the chat about where is Lois's school? That's the Learning Tree in the Bronx. Suzanne Kaszynski of Our Lady of Lourdes, Michael Lenahan of Transfiguration, Richard Howe of M.A.C.A.D.E.M.Y in Brooklyn, and Linda Freebes from Saints Joachim and Anne. And we did have a comment that Staten Island was left out. I'm very sorry about that. We did have 4 boroughs represented, and both independent and Catholic schools. So hopefully we did give you an idea of the diversity of the schools involved, and rest assured we do have lots of children and schools in Staten Island. So well, that's it for the principal panel. We're going to send it over to CSF's Director of Scholarship Operations, M.A.C.A.D.E.M.Y in a minute. But first, we're going to hear from another student, and this time it's one of Miss Gregory's students, Taylor Howard, an 8th grader who's at the Learning Tree in the Bronx. Thanks very much.